Hey guys, and welcome back to the Emotionally Intelligent Parenting Podcast. I have a beautiful conversation with someone today. I'm not going to tell you who it is. I get her to introduce herself as we start the conversation. All I'm going to say is this is an episode that you're going to really resonate with if you are a mum who sometimes feels kind of burnt out. Maybe with the ups and downs of life and of being a parent or working or keeping a house. Whatever you do during your day, we have those moments where we are just exhausted and drained. And I said in the conversation with this person, I said, you know what? No one's really coming in to swoop in and save us, are they? Like, this is something that, like, our wellness, our self-care, our ability to thrive, not just like survive and get through motherhood. This stuff, I think we are the best person to take responsibility and to actually do things for ourselves. It is not selfish. It's not like we shouldn't feel guilty. And I think it's not like a nice to do. It's actually a necessity. Otherwise, we're just going to like push through these years of raising kids, and then they're going to, I don't know, turn 18 or 20 or 22 or whatever. They're going to leave and we're going to be like, oh, now where was I and who am I? Anyway, so I don't want us to let it get to that, which is why I had this conversation with my lovely friend. I'll give you a couple of hints. She's Japanese American. I tried my best to speak a little bit of Japanese. You guys are going to laugh. And yeah, she is lovely. She's beautiful. She actually has a huge, huge gift for every single person listening. So that's awesome. That's amazing. She is just, she is wonderful. You're going to love her. Let's just jump straight in, okay? I've said enough. All right, enjoy. Hi, Amy, and welcome. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
It's so good to see you again. We have chatted off and on for a long time, and I get to see your face every few months or so to do something together. We collaborate together, which I love. So, for the people who are listening and they haven't heard about you, don't know about your work yet, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got to where you are and what you do now.
Sure, I'll try to keep it as short as possible, but
No,
by
don't.
day I am by day I'm a full-time corporate world working mom. I was in Silicon Valley for a long time, just moved to San Diego, which is where I grew up. But during COVID, I decided to be the crazy person to add a YouTube channel into my life. It was originally planned to be capturing our joys instead of focusing on the really hard stuff that was COVID life, if we can think back to that blur of a time. And as I was doing these things, I really, really enjoyed having this creative side because normally I do finance and spreadsheets for my day job. And so it was just this completely different thing. But people kept asking me, how do you manage a full-time job? And then a full-time job as a mom and a wife, and then this whole other creator life. And so that is where oh my gosh, sorry. Do you hear my kids screaming?
I love that. I'm not editing this out. So I heard a tiny little, like a little, and I was like, Zoom won't pick that up. Honestly, it's like the quietest little, it's fine. Do you want to go and
Okay.
do you want to go and talk to them?
Well, oh, it's fine. It's fine. My kids are screaming at the cat. I don't know why. But anyhow, this is what happens when I ask them to be quiet.
I know.
But this is real life.
It's
So,
like real life. They're like a magnet for like noise and
yes. So when people ask how you get all this stuff done, it is an amazing thing that moms do all the things that we do. But the thing that I came back to as I kept having these conversations with fellow working moms and like moms that stay home is how do we thrive instead of survive? Because we are serving all the other people in our lives, and we feel bad not having that thing for ourselves, you know? And this YouTube channel was that one of those ways that really fed me. And now it's called This Japanese American Life. I can say this. And it is more into that because my kids are half Japanese. My parents are from Japan. And so I got all these questions of, oh, well, how do you make those dishes? Or or what are the things that you would recommend me see in Japan? Or how do you teach your kids Japanese? Like all these questions came. And if this channel could be something that housed recipes that I could pass down to my kids, or like all these things were in my head. And that is how this Japanese American life came about. And then I love books. So I have a book YouTube. And then as I kept talking to everyone, Whole Wellness Mamas came about because, like I said, I think we all need to find joys. I want to help people, moms, thrive and not just survive because we deserve to feel whole too in all the different ways and live in alignment with what our priorities are. And we should also be a priority, you know? So that's where Whole Wellness Mamas came about. And then I saw all these people doing summits and I loved them. And so I said, again, crazy lady, can do that too. I have a lot of people that I follow that I think can share a lot of good information. I have information to share. Let's do this. And so this year is going to be my third time I am hosting the now annual Whole Wellness Wellness Summit. So all these things are now part of my life.
I love it. And do you think now, considering that like we're in 2025 and COVID was sort of 2020, 2021, do you think now it's still important for mums to find ways to support themselves and their mental health and their self-care and their wellness?
100%. I think we needed it all the time. I think it just became very, very evident during
Yeah.
COVID when everything was going on. And yeah, at that time that I started the YouTube channel, the kids were doing school from home too, if we remember that. It's all a blur in my head,
Yeah.
but always been this way. And I've always said moms are the ones that get it done because at work people would say, oh, you know, how do moms do this? And I'm like, we have to get it done. What do you mean? How do we do it? Like, we figure out how to do it because you might have a more limited time, but my work is not getting any worse, you know? So when I ask those questions, I'm like kind of offended, but we get it done, right? If you need something to get done efficiently, go ask a mom.
Yeah. Oh, you're so right. And I feel like a lot of people listening to this are going to say, that's me. Like I just have to keep powering on. Like me, myself, I'm at the start of a cold at the moment, even though next week for us is spring, like down here in Australia. I've got a cold and I'm like, but I just don't stop because, and it's not, I don't want people to think, oh my God, she's not practicing what she preaches. Like I do still have time um, for myself. I'm taking care of myself. Yesterday I had this amazing afternoon where one of my kids' friends was like, do you want us to take the kids to Flip Out? We're going to go. And like, they've asked to come. And I was like, that would be amazing. And so maybe in the past, or maybe a different version of me would have been like, no, 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 it's fine. Like, that's expensive, or I can't ask you to do that. But I was like, yeah, go. And then I actually had about 3 hours of the house was empty. And I was like, oh my God, this is so weird. Like, I don't know what to do. And I actually put Netflix on. And like, it was actually good for me because I'm coming down with a cold. And I thought, I need to be able to, like, I don't want to say like
Rest.
no one is going to do this for us, but really, if we have a partner or someone living with like another co-parent, I'm like, they have their stuff on, they are busy with their life. So, some partners are wonderful and helpful, others not so much. But I'm like, we have to, I don't want to put the responsibility on us. I don't know what you think about this, but like it's partly on us to be like, you know what? I need to do stuff for myself. And actually, you said, Amy, we deserve it. It's
Mhm.
not just something that we need to tick the box, but we have to support ourselves and our wellness because it comes down like the buck stops with us kind of thing.
And hopefully we have supportive partners that are also wanting you to do that, you know, and then I think it's a great modeling thing for our kids too, to see that moms needing some time, you know, and we're speaking up for ourselves and saying, hey, I would love to play with you for this thing, but just give me an hour or give me 30 or even 5 minutes, right? Sitting somewhere, whatever it might be, to be able to ask for what we need will serve them really well too, because they'll be aware, they'll see that. So, yes, absolutely. We need to take care of ourselves.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I think, we can go down the path of thinking, okay, well, if I take care of myself, then I'm better able to support and be there for my kids. Like I'm better for them. And like that is true. But I also think, yeah, but just for you, you actually deserve to do something that lifts you up or brings you joy or nourishes you or takes some stuff off your plate. I mean, just for you, forget the kids for a second. Like you are worthy of all of this stuff just because you're here on the planet and you're a mum. So anyway,
You
okay,
matter. You matter.
you
Yes.
matter. Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, so you have
And can I
brought,
add,
yeah, go, go, go.
um, I said like we get it done, but it's also about getting it done smarter, right? So when you said your friend took your kids, or did you say your partner, your friend,
Yeah, no, my
took your
friend, yeah.
kid? Yeah. Um, we don't have to do it all ourselves. And I think that's something we have to let go of feeling like we are the ones that
Are you
can
sure?
do
But
it
it's so hard.
better or all these things. It's about being smart about getting the things that are important to us done. And if that is delegating to someone else, that's okay. So I just wanted to say that as we were talking through these things.
I'm glad you said that. It's not like a failure on us or we are leaning on other people and we should be able to handle it ourselves. Like it's something that is okay to do. And you know what? Most of the time when someone asks me for help, I just caught up with two friends this morning and I said, if you ever need to one of them who's going through a lot and they've got lots of stuff happening in their business and work and everything. I said, if you ever need your girls picking up from school or like an afternoon to have the house empty and you've got work, I'm like, please call me. And she was like, thank you. So, like, I feel good and I genuinely want to help other people out with their kids or their business or work or whatever. And so, I have to remind myself that it's okay for the shoe to be on the other foot and me
Yes,
to ask for help and do things for myself too. So, it's a good reminder for me.
yes, yes. We'll keep each other accountable. We all
Yeah.
need that reminder.
Yes. Well, okay. So let's talk about your summit for a moment because you've brought together so many amazing speakers. Can you tell us a bit about the topics and the speakers that mums can expect if they come along to your summit, which is on very soon?
Yes, yes. It's September 8th through 12th, and there's 30 plus speakers. And we have what I call the five pillars, is how I think about it, of physical wellness, mental wellness, parenting strategies, productivity, organization. And this year, I'm really excited to add like a follow your dreams day. And some of my favorite like fiction authors, audiobook narrators, and local business owners are joining me as well. And so, like I said, I love books of all genres, so adding this day was extra exciting to me, on top of all the things that I am already passionate about. And as far as topics, just to highlight a few, because like I said, there's 30 plus, and I love that it's kind of like a pick your own adventure. If you want to try to hit them all, you can, or you can pick one a day. Don't overwhelm yourself trying to hit it all if you're already a busy mom, I am sure. So some of these things, and I'm just picking a few. Everybody's going to be different on what they're looking for, but the pelvic floor is something that I've tried to include every year because I don't know about how many other moms jump and leak like I do. And I've been working on that since my kids were born and they're 9/11. So, um,
Oh
so
my
just
God, can
like
I tell you
everyday
a quick
exercises.
story? Can I tell you a quick
Yeah, yeah.
story? I often forget that people are listening to this, but I'll just G-rate it for us all. I was doing some kickboxing with Alex, my husband, a couple of weeks ago. And I can't remember what he said, but it was just some funny little remark about something whilst we were kickboxing. I had to stop what I was doing because we were kicking the bag. I had to squeeze my legs together. I had to be like, babe, stop it, please. He wouldn't, I can't remember what he was saying because I was like, I'm going to wee in my pants.
Yeah.
So I like ran inside, like opened the sliding door and I had to run into the bathroom because I was like, babe, like, you don't understand what is happening here. He's like, what? I'm like, just forget it. Just
Being
let
so
me go.
funny.
So I'm going to be there
Oh
for
no, we
that
have a
session.
trampoline in our backyard. And that's like the kids ask me to go and I say, okay, I can go for a little bit. And then I get all like, oh, I can jump high. And then, oh, nope, that is the stopping point. So
We will stop at the
TMI,
word. Yeah.
but if you are also on that train and trying to improve, there's some exercises, daily exercises, that are in there that, everyone should do. And she talks us through them. So Danielle talks us through them, and it's fantastic. We talk about kids and meals. So we think about kid meals, not as adult meals, but maybe we should think differently about that. So that is another one. We talk about decluttering with kids. How do we declutter without the tears?
Yeah.
If anybody has tried to clean up with our kids, that's a great one. Time management, energy management. I feel like we all need that. What else are we going into? And following your dreams, there's a bunch of different ones. And obviously emotional intelligence and the importance of that in any situation. I think we talked specifically about work and different areas outside of parenting, but we also talked about parenting because that is our life, but it's important in any relationship and any situation. So, um,
Yeah.
for those that are listening here, obviously that is something that they are interested in, and that is part of the summit.
Yeah. And I
Let's just go.
actually, I was really happy that we kind of decided to talk about us as adults in the workplace, or the other adults that we might work with or meet with, every day. Because I do talk about emotional intelligence a lot in terms of parenting, but also it's for any, like I say, this stuff, guys, it's not just for you with your kids, it's for any relationship you are in. You need to have a level of emotional intelligence if you don't want to have conflict all the time, awkwardness or stress, or those moments where sometimes we can avoid a lot of the discomfort that comes with other people who are different to you and who have different childhoods and different outlooks on life and different beliefs and different opinions. I'm like, you can get along with pretty much most people. Doesn't mean you have to love them or like them, but you can get along with them, rather than every day thinking, God, this person's so annoying, like, why do I have to? Could be your mother-in-law, or it could be your neighbor. So yeah, really great, like a different conversation, a really refreshing one. I really liked that we spoke about that stuff. So okay, what is one challenge that you personally have faced as a mum? How did that kind of shape the way that you've built this summit to be very different, I think, to others?
Yeah. I think we talked about a lot of them already when I was doing the intro of where I came from and why I created it, but it's really letting go of trying to do it all and feeling like I didn't have time for myself because, whatever it might be, it's work, maybe it's volunteering or doing school stuff and then helping your kids, being a wife and supporting things at home. A lot of us are the default people at home, even if we both work full-time jobs outside the home, right? And so there's just a lot of things that we have to let go of. And that was one of the things for me, and being able to take time to do, to listen to podcasts or to listen to books that were helpful for me or to go to different events, things like that, I felt guilty about. Or even going to the gym by myself or rock climbing, and the kids were going, "Oh, you're going," and my husband had to say, "Let her go. This is her time." So I think moms, me included, always struggle with this guilt of doing things for ourselves. And so I wanted the summit to be a place where you come and you get fed and you can pick as little or as much as you want. And one of my favorite things is to have every speaker give a challenge at the end of the talk so that there is a quick thing that you can do and a quick win that you can have that day, because every win counts. And this is building that momentum towards the change that you want to see. And that's going to show up in your life. And when you show up for yourself, you show up better for the people around you, right? So I hope you hear the heart and the passion that I have for all of these topics. Asking me to pick one to highlight is like picking my favorite child.
You can't. Yeah. Okay, so what about a lot of moms, a lot of us are really busy. What would you say to a busy mom who is listening to this and thinking, I don't know if I can fit in this whole summit of several days? You did just mention that you could pick as little or as many sessions as you like. So what would you suggest to a busy mom who's considering attending the online summit?
It's free. So go take the 1 minute it takes to sign up and then go look at the schedule, go look at the topics and pick one. Just start with one that you are going to go listen to. And then I guarantee you're going to want to listen to more because it's going to be fantastic. And there's going to be tons of things that you can learn from every single day. And then if you want to go at your own pace and you're like, there's so many, but I cannot fit in a week, there's always the option to upgrade to a VIP pass so you can keep it forever. And it comes with tons of speaker bonuses. So if you want to fast track your way to where you want to go, some of these bonuses are going to be amazing to get you there. And again, it is a choose your own adventure. So you pick that thing that is fitting and speaking to you at this moment. And then you never know what is going to be speaking to you in the next time you open up the schedule, So what I would say, take that 1 minute to go sign up and then look at the schedule, pick one, put it in your calendar, and just do it. Don't feel guilty, just do it.
That is so doable. Literally take 30 seconds to go and sign up. We will put the link in the show notes, or if you're watching on YouTube, I'll put it in the description. So, like, no excuses. Right after we finish in like 2 minutes, you can go and do that. Yeah, 30 seconds, and then just have a look. You'll get everything to your email. I know how these summits work. Everything is in your email so that you have the links, and you can see who's going to be at the summit and what sessions. It's really, really, like, you virtually don't have to lift a finger. There's no reason why you shouldn't gift yourself this. And actually, as Amy just said, it's free. So woohoo.
And
um
so I am an avid audiobook or like thing listener, and if you want to 2x it, you might miss some, so you might need to listen to it again so that you pick up every single bit. But if you want to 2x it, all the videos are some, I think there was even one that was like 15 minutes. So it's like 15 to 40 minutes. So pick your range. So if you do 2x, like 7.5 minutes to 20 minutes, right, of your time, you can do it on your drive into work. I listen to audiobooks on my way into work all the time. You can listen while you're washing dishes, chores, whatever, and you can do it. You can do it. I believe in you.
Okay, so before we finish up, can you share like a bit of a sneak peek? Is there a favorite tip or a takeaway or something that people are going to walk away with, something that kind of landed with you that you want to share?
So one of the things that I really like doing and I have incorporated and I love that people talked about it, one is a 10-second hug. If people have not done this, either with your partner or with kids or your friends, whomever, I
Or a
don't care.
pet? A pet?
There's something that, huh?
A pet?
A pet, yes, a pet. My cat would probably not do
Not appreciate it. Get off me.
So maybe not. Pick your audience, but just try it. It might be awkward at first, but I have come to love it. And this is how I start my mornings with my family, whoever is awake at the time to wake up. There's also creating a joy list or a dream list because I think we often forget to let ourselves dream, or we think, oh, we don't have time to do the things that bring us joy. But some of those lists are going to be 1 minute things that you can look at later and go, oh, I can go out in the sun right now and just take a big stretch. We just need reminders for ourselves of things that will fill our cup, and then things that we dream of and want to do at some point. Don't let ourselves forget that. And I think in another talk, we were talking about swapping with our partners. If your partner has a joy list and you have one, maybe you swap so you kind of understand each other's, because you might think it's something and it might not be. So I thought that was a genius thing too. So those are some of my favorites.
Wow. Okay, that one blew me away. I've never considered that, never thought to do that. And if you're listening and you've just thought, oh, that's a good idea, or the second one, or the 10-second hug, like, imagine what you will get from attending all the sessions, or even just like a handful of them, if we just got so much just beautiful little simple practical ideas. I just think, oh my goodness, why wouldn't you? Like, I'm sure there is so much more. There's so much more gold in those sessions. So some people, I don't think I've talked about this much, but I took Japanese from year 7 to year 12, so all of my high school. And I think I've mentioned it to you before, probably. And so I want to say a huge arigatou gozaimasu. And I hope my accent was not too bad, not too Aussie.
Fantastic.
And what do I want to say? I want to say, please tell us where people can sign up for a free pass to the summit. Yeah, and you mentioned a VIP option if they want more. So just let us know the link and how they can sign up.
Yep. So I think you're going to have the links right below. But if you go to wholewellnessmamas.com, which is my main website blog, where you can find me, information will be there. You can also find me on my socials. It's all whole wellness mamas. I cannot talk today, but whole wellness mamas
You've had a lot
on
on.
Instagram, TikTok.
You're
Yeah.
in the busy promo period of getting lots of mums to come along, so I think you're forgiven.
And if you want a sneak peek of things that our speakers have already said are their like hidden tips that they love in their life, I also have a video on this Japanese American life that shares those things as a quick preview. So if you go to my YouTube channel that is this Japanese American life, you will see that and all sorts of other information on the summit.
That's amazing. All right. Thank you so much, Amy. It's been an absolute joy talking to you. And I hope we have lots and lots of people gifting this to themselves, doing it for their own wellness, their own support system. Because like I said, no one is going to come in and do this for you. I don't think anyone's going to be like, I'm going to sign I mean, you could sign up your friend if you know their email address. That'd be sneaky.
Go invite them. Yeah.
Yeah, invite them, send them the link. If you sign up, just like copy paste that link and send it to a friend and say, hey, you know what? I'm doing this. I thought you would like it. Just check it out. That would be amazing.
Accountability buddy, do it together. Talk
Yeah.
about it. I think that's just, it takes a village, right? So if we can do it together, it's
Yep.
even better.
Okay. Thank you, Amy.
Thanks for having me, Stephanie, and thanks for joining me in the summit.
You are so welcome. Hey guys, it's Steph here again. Okay, please make sure you find the link for the Whole Wellness Mamas Summit. If you're watching on YouTube, go down and have a look at the description. It's going to be right there. And if you're listening on the podcast, just find it in the show notes, okay? Copy and paste it, whatever you need to do to sign up and get your free pass. Please go do that for yourself. This is probably one of the best things you could do for yourself this year. Yes, and your family and your kids, but to be honest, just do it for you. Okay, you don't have to attend every single day. It's all online. Like you can listen, as we said, when you are exercising or walking or cooking or commuting, like whatever you need to do, just jump into one or two, and that could really shift your trajectory as a mom, as a parent, and just as a person. So I really, really encourage you to do that. Okay, you are worth it. All right, I'll see you guys next week, and enjoy the summit if you attend. It's going to be wonderful.